the shoulder, that pointy bony structure, just above that is your brachial plexus. You want to get that really well. It's a nerve bundle. And then we're going to go right underneath there. Again, back to where you can see that pectoral insert into the abdomen. So it's like a deviation where the muscle comes in and then the abdominal intercostals insert there. So you kind of see where the muscles here, just behind the girth, go up and then it goes down again. So I'm going to measure from just behind the shoulder blade where the muscling, the shoulder blade, the supraspinatus and the infraspinatus, that muscle group kind of ends there, and then where the triceps start. So we're going to go all the way down to our girth area, and we're going to measure it, and then 1/2 times that, because we're going to anchor on the other side and bring it over to this side. But for the sake of measuring, that's what we'll do. I want him to hold it for me. So here at our brachial plexus, we're going to want 4 pieces of about 8 inches long. So I just take that, measure it, and then fold it back on itself 4 times. Now again, how I turned away last time. I'm going to always cut away, so each one that I folded, fold back on itself, and then you just cut a rounded edge, and it keeps the corners from lifting on your application.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Just behind the elbow, anchor it and stretch it around and across the other way just to help stabilize. And then our last one, we're gonna anchor up high. I might use another. Use a little bit longer piece. Oregon this morning.
I'm gonna assume we're gonna come back here after the game.
Probably. I'm gonna anchor just at the start of your withers here. So at the top and your spacing of the tip of your scapula and your withers. And again, your anchor has no stretch, so we'll just pull that off and lay it down. And then rub it to activate that adhesive. And then I'm gonna pull this at about a paper stretch, like the backing stretch, a little bit more than that. So that when he moves, it goes with him, or in your case with her. And I'm just pulling it off. And then when I get to the end there on that pectoral, right there in the armpit, I'm gonna pull it off and just anchor it there. And this is gonna help stabilize that front to back. Okay, and then here, again, the point of your shoulder, and then just above that is the nerve bundle of your brachial plexus. You can, so what you're gonna do is the first piece of tape laid down there, we just wanna activate all these nerves so that we make sure that the nerves to the pectoral muscles haven't been affected in, in an adverse way. So we're gonna stretch this at about 50%. So go to full and then go half of that and lie it down. No stretch on your anchors. And you don't want any stretch on top of your tape except for the paper stretch. So that's the most stretch. Each subsequent piece will then be a little bit less, so as not to grab and bunch the tape underneath it. And now I'm going to go onto the other side and show you how we're going to anchor this tape. Okay, so we're going to peel our backing, get that started. So I'm going to okay, so we're anchoring just again at the top of the scapula here. We're going to run it a little more than paper stretch underneath the thoracic cavity and come here and then anchor back onto, this is our pectoral here where she's got her injury there. So our other piece is now anchored here. And then, so this is gonna anchor half to that and then half onto the pectoral muscle there. So we're gonna help facilitate that. Okay, so now we're gonna have this to help to stabilize the pectoral as well. So again, we're gonna go behind the shoulder at the end of the lat. So the latissimus comes down and inserts here. So we're gonna go, you can kind of see that deviated line. So for him, we're just gonna anchor there. And we're gonna pull this back underneath and actually anchor onto the right pectoral. Now this one, this extra piece will come around and go onto the left pectoral, so the one that is actually injured. And so I'm gonna go, so our elbow, there is a nerve bundle in here, you can kind of feel it. I'm gonna go below that. And go onto the left pectoral, into the armpit and up and anchor it there. Just that paper stretch. And let me show you what that looks like. Hopefully I got that on there. Okay, so we're anchored here. So this comes down, comes down underneath behind the armpit. This one crosses over the sternum and anchors onto this right pectoral. And then the last one is here, anchored here, goes behind the armpit, and then anchors onto the left pectoral. So that is the application. Take it here. He likes this. He doesn't need it, but he likes it. He says it feels good. And that's what we look like from this side. Good boy. Thank you for demoing, Dee.